Today we're gonna be building a sick RTX 5050 gaming PC for under 700 bucks. It's gonna have an all black colorway, so if you're looking to build your first rig, you've come to the right place. In this video, we will be covering a total of 4 stages. Stage 1, we'll be selecting all our parts together. In stage 2, we build our PC. I will be guiding you guys through every step of the way. It's gonna be a full beginner-friendly guide. Stage 3, the setup process. We'll be going over everything you need to know to get your PC up and running. And for stage 4, the fun part. We put our system to the test against a bunch of current popular titles. Click heads, beam everybody. The RTX 5050 system we're building here today for under 700 bucks. I really got surprised at the performance. Time to pick the parts for our RTX 5050 build, guys. Our budget is 700. So first things first, we need a 5050. Boom. This is gonna be a very easy choice. We have only 3 options that are 250. I like the way this one looks. We'll go with the shadow 2 times. 250 bucks, 100 sold in the last month. Boom, add to cart. For the CPU, I already know what I want. This is the best CPU for the money. The Ryzen 5 5500 on the AM4 chipset. 75 bucks right now, 3,000 plus sold in the last month. This is the CPU king for the budget boys. Add to cart. So that was easy. Now we need the motherboard. We're gonna go micro ATX for this build. Micro ATX AM4. And we want a board that has built-in Wi-Fi and is on the B550 chipset. This one right here. Is that the cheapest one? Okay guys, so we have 3 options here. This is the cheapest one by ASUS. This is the second one. And this one's even more expensive. I'm not just gonna link one option for each part. I'll link multiple options in case you don't wanna go with the one I picked. All right, we're gonna go with this one because the color's better and it has an M.2 heatsink and it's just 8 more bucks. I think we'll be okay, guys. Add to cart, 16 gigabytes, 3200 speed. The Corsair Vengeance is classic. You could definitely go with that if you want some Corsair RAM, but this is the exact same thing right here.
They're the same picture.
We bought our parts before the RAM shortage, so the RAM price has shot up a bunch. So as you can see, guys, the original price was 42, but now because Ramageddon, it has shot up to 105. Sad face. Power supply. We need a 600 watt power supply. Let's pick a cheap 600 watt power supply. I already know it's gonna be this one, Segotep right here. We've used their power supplies before. I know Thermaltake is a reputable brand, but this one is not. This is white certified, while this one's gold. I'd rather go with the gold one. We're gonna go with the Segotep. If you want a secondary option, go with this Thermaltake one right here. I'll link it in the description, but let's go with this one. It's at its lowest price in 30 days at the moment too, so that's good. Add to cart, no regrets. Also, if you for sure know you're gonna upgrade your gaming PC, get a beefier power supply right off the bat. We need 2 more parts, an SSD and a case. PC micro ATX. We really don't have a lot of money. We need it to be good. We can't have it be expensive. I preferably want one under 60 bucks. Montech coming in clutch right here with their budget cases. This is a new one. I haven't used this one before. 100 plus sold in the last month. We've been blessed with this $55 case, guys. It offers a lot. And it comes with 4 pre-installed fans for 55 bucks. It actually looks very nice. So we'll add this bad boy to cart. We need 1 more part, SSD. I do like me some Clev. We've used Clev SSDs in the past, guys. They have pretty good budget SSDs in the 1 terabyte capacity. It's this little bad boy right here, but our budget doesn't allow for that. We have to go for the lowest one, 24 bucks, 3,000 megabytes per second. We're only picking a stupid low capacity SSD because of the budget, okay? That's cart. Boom. And the grand total is 674 bucks. All right, I'll see you guys when the parts get here. And the parts have arrived, guys. And delivered by Bezos himself. We're gonna start off with our MSI B550M Pro VHD Wi-Fi. Is rocking 2 M.2 slots, and we have our nice little M.2 heatsink right here. We got 6 USB ports and our Wi-Fi antennas right there. Our I/O shield, Wi-Fi antennas are in here if you're gonna use the Wi-Fi. M.2 screws, we may need them. Now we gotta install the Ryzen 5 5500, the king CPU for the budget bros. Comes included with a stock heatsink. So AM4, guys, AM4 pins are on the CPU, not the socket. We don't want to bend these. Arrow our 5500X, bottom left-hand side. Hit the lever of the socket, pull it out, lift it all the way up. That's how we're gonna line up our CPU, the arrow of it with the white circle on the motherboard. We're gonna hover it over and then just drop it into place. And the CPU is gonna fall right in. You don't want to push it because then you bend the CPU pins. No bueno. You're gonna be crying. Turn the lever to its original position all the way back down. Now for the heatsink. It comes included with pre-installed thermal paste, normal P1 or P2 screwdriver. Undo the points. We line up the 4 points with the 4 points on our motherboard. AMD text on the left side for OCD purposes. Now we want to get one side to secure. Now the one across, X pattern. Now we're gonna secure the other 2 sides a little bit and then finish securing the other sides in an X pattern. Every screw has a safety on it. Once it stops screwing, it's already fully screwed. Final step is to connect the fan. The CPU fan header on the motherboard, guys, it's right here. You can't miss it. Time to install our RAM. 16 gigabytes of 3200 megahertz speed. I want the RAM to run in dual channel mode, so levers open on the 2nd and 4th slots. The RAM only goes in one way, guys. Line up where it's indented. The part on the RAM slot right here that's not indented. Get it into place, push down both thumbs, equal force like a chiropractor. Same thing for the 2nd slot. Am wham, thank you ma'am. I'm installed. Time for Clev 256 gigabyte will get the job done. And this little humble fellow right here is gonna go underneath heatsink. I have a P0 screwdriver. And we're gonna put this humble little fellow right here. We're gonna use the screws that came with the motherboard, get the protective film off in the back, return it back to its original position, and now to installed. Montex Micro ATX case in the black colorway. This is a really good case for the money. The tools we need, they're in the bag. It has an included Type-C port. This is an AM4 motherboard that had the Type-C port. Did the Asus one have the Type-C port? It goes back to the flashback of me on it and it not have the Type-C port. I bet you it does it.
And then we'll play a fart sound effect.
No, why the f would we do that? Guys, the extra $8 on the motherboard was worth it. It has a Type-C port on it. Asus one didn't have that. Boom, that will be utilized. Heck yeah, in a budget build, oh my God. A lot of airflow in the front of the case. I need a room for cable management back here. We get the I/O shield inside the case. The 3 circles are gonna be right here on the bottom. And then we just clip it into place. All the way in, just like that. Now we install our motherboard into our case. We need to make sure that all the points on the motherboard line up with the standoffs inside of our case. Micro ATX form factor is our board, and the standoffs in this case are already a micro ATX layout, so we don't have to do anything. We can hold it by the heatsink, line up the ports of the motherboard with the I/O shield back here, and then lay the motherboard flat and line it up with the middle standoff. We're gonna wanna locate this screw, normal P1 screwdriver. Starting with the middle one, and we do 3 on the top, 2 more in the middle, and then 2 more on the bottom. Done, guys, these are our points. 3 on the top, 3 in the middle, 2 on the bottom. All right, guys, let's get this bad boy up. If we take a look back here, we have all our case cables. So the cables have metal ties on them. Make sure to remove all the metal ties back here. The metal ties could touch our motherboard and short something. Here's all our case cables, guys. Let's plug them all in. First case cable is our HD audio. Only goes in one way, right here. HD audio text facing up. When we're plugging in this cable, boom, all the way in. Next USB cable will plug in right here. This cable also goes in only one way with the USB text facing down. Next, JFP1 cables. JFP1 cables are gonna plug in all right here. HDD goes into the bottom row, first and second pins. So flip it over, and where the arrow is right there, that's the positive one. It's gonna go on the left side. First pin on the bottom row. For power, LED goes on the top row, first and second pin. Positive also on the left. Last, our power switch. Positive and negative doesn't matter for this. First row, third and fourth pins. Right next to JFP1 on the right side, there's an LED switch. It's set to the off position. Make sure you switch that on so then the lighting capabilities of the motherboard could work. Now from JFP1, let's go up our motherboard. Up here, we find our Type-C plug, and here's our Type-C cable from the case. If it doesn't go in one way, flip it over, and then it'll go in. Only goes in one way. And we go down here. Once again, this is where we plug in our USB 3 cable from our case. There's a hump on this guy. Line up the hump on this side of the plug. Lining it up straight and pushing in all the way, because there's pins in there. Line it up straight. Now, if we look down here, this is a 3-pin ARGB input. The final 2 cables that were in our case are now for our fan. So here we have a 3-pin ARGB plug to control all the lighting of the fans. And this is a SATA power cable to power the fans. We'll connect this when we get the power supply out, but let's hook up the lighting of the fans. So right back down there where we were, line up the arrow with the plus 5 volt pin on the motherboard, which is on the left. Little broski's looking cool. Now it's time to install the 650 watt power supply by Segotet. This power supply is a budget bros power supply, right? So it's not modular. This is part of our optional parts list. You don't need this. Custom power supply sleeve extension cables. I'll link these in the video description. These will be on display in the front of our build. It will look so much better. This plugging into the power supply, it's gonna plug into the extension for the big 24 pin. Now this will plug into the motherboard instead. And now here I found the PCI Express cable from our power supply. This is for the RTX 5050. It's an 8-pin cable that splits into 6+2. So if you take a look at the extension, this side splits into 6+2. Now let's get this guy in here. We're gonna slide our power supply in with the fan facing down so it could suck in cool air from the bottom. And it came included with the 4 screws we need. Okay, so we have all this spaghetti mess right here. Power cables, we're only plugging in a couple of them. First power cable, the big 24 pin. Make sure this clips back here. It's located in the top right side of the board. Push it in all the way, make sure it goes all the way down and clips. Next, guys, our CPU power cable. It is labeled. Wiring it through the top right. Make sure the clip of it clips up here. All the way in, guys. All the way in. Now, on the back of our case, our SATA cable. As we mentioned earlier, this is gonna power all of our fans. So we're gonna get a SATA power cable from the power supply and plug it into this. Our fans are now powered. And last, our power cable for our RTX 5050. It's graphics card time. RTX 5050. Let's get this boy in. The MSI Shadow 2-time. This card has a full black matte finish. We're gonna make room for RTX 5050 by removing the first and second brackets. So now push back the lever for the PCI slot and line up our RTX 5050 in. And it goes right in like a ram stick. Resecure with the 2 screws, guys. And now it needs its juice. The 8-pin PCI Express cable. We did it, guys. Our build is complete. Easy work. Now we're gonna do all the final touches. Cable manage the bag, throw in our creator, ARGB strips, link in the video description, all the parts and our creator strips, and throw in John Wick, our figurine of choice. Let's power it up the first time.
We call him Baba Yaga.
lie, we're in our BIOS. John Wick looks sick in there, guys. We didn't have a pencil, so we just used a big pen. All right, guys, all parts used for this build are linked in the video description. If this was your first build, welcome to the PC Master Race and congratulations on your first build, guys. Comment down below what questions you guys may have about this build and what kind of build you want to see in the future. All right, guys, time to put our build to the test. Let's frag it up. After you've installed Windows 11 from a USB flash drive, we can proceed. Time to set up our PC. Super easy. All the resources for what I'm about to talk about will be linked in the video description. First, you're going to download the Nvidia app. This is how it looks. You then go to drivers, and here you download the newest driver and then install it, the driver for our RTX 5050 graphics card. Now the drivers for our motherboard. You want to go to the motherboard's website. Select driver and Windows 11 64, and we're going to be downloading the chipset driver. You don't have to download and install all the drivers. These are the ones I recommend. Second one, the audio driver. Then for LAN is all your networks. Download the Ethernet, the Bluetooth, and the Wi-Fi one. And that's it. These are how driver files look. You need to right click them, extract all, and then we're able to go within the file and install. Notice how that one has a zipper and that one does not. That's how you unzip files, guys. After all the drivers are installed, restart your computer and launch your preferred game, Battlefield 6. And as Battlefield 6 launches, all the links of everything will be linked in the video description. And boom, surprise, we can't play. Throw away your computer. No, I'm just kidding. Guys, secure boot. New games are starting to require it. This is a very easy fix. We have to enable it in order to be able to launch Battlefield 6. Close, restart. We want to boot up to our BIOS. So as our computer is restarting, we then click delete on our keyboard rapidly to then boot into our BIOS. All right, we've arrived at our BIOS. You can go over here to advanced mode. We're going to go to settings, advanced, Windows OS configuration. First of all, this needs to be on UEFI. Then you can go into secure boot and you can enable secure boot. And for the secure boot mode, that could be at standard. That's it, guys. Easy, right? Now, whether we're in easy mode or in advanced, you'll see this right here. We can just simply click XMP profile 1, and that's going to make sure our RAM runs at its rated speed of 3200 instead of 2400 megahertz is what it's running right now. You want to get what you paid for, right? The performance. So now we can go up here and click X, save configuration and exit. Yes, we rebooted back to our desktop. You can also go into your task manager and go to your memory, and you'll see that the RAM is now at 3200 megahertz rated speed. Double click. Let's see if it works. And we're in. Time to party. All right, guys, let's test this thing. Here we have the camera settings, max FOV 120. And for our graphics quality, we have a mix of high to low. The advanced settings, we have reflex on our enable plus boost, anti-aliasing on DLAA, and no frame generation funny business. So real raw 1080p performance. Let's see how it runs. We're playing breakthrough, and this is with a lot of stuff going on. I want to show the most stressful Battlefield 6 situation for the test. This is it. We're taking A. Oh, we're doing it. Well, I'm back, baby. Back like I never left. Guys, this is the same performance. It's so similar to the 5060 build. We just killed like so many of them. Dude, we gotta go now, man. Fudge! No! Average FPS 94. Settings for Call of Duty Warzone, we have it set to 1080p. Reflex low latency on plus boost. Max FOV 120. Here is the rest of the settings, competitive settings. Oh!
Fucking way.
Hey, I'll let you live, man, if you promise to be on my team. Get in the car, get in the car.
Yep. Yes, yep.
Gotta get quiet.
He's gonna get out there.
No!
We almost fucking had it. Damn it.
Well, I'm down to do one duels if you want. Just one, I'm down.
Sure.
All right, hold on. Average FPS 103.
Cracked. One bullet. Enemy nearby. Oh, shit. Not in a good spot.
I downed them.
It's us versus that.
One's down.
I'm back.
Good win.
Yeah! We won the second match after we partied up with our newfound teammate. That was very good. Next one. Settings for Fortnite, guys. Native 1080p res on performance mode. Reflex on plus boost and competitive settings right here. Where is this guy? Oh my goodness, bro. No way, bro. These guns don't work up close, I swear. These guns don't work. Final average FPS, guys, 169. Nice. Settings for our creators, 1080p. We're gonna be playing it with DLAA, which is native 1080p res, RTX, and here is my competitive settings. Let's do it. All right, guys, here we go. Oh, look it. We can probably get them slipping from here. Bruh. Oh my goodness. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up before this thing hits us. Bruh. Yo, light. Wow, you got lucky. This guy going here or not? He didn't, huh?
Are you sure about that?
Sorry about that, brother. Oh my god, the other one messed me up. All right, here goes nothing. Yep, we got him. All right, now it's time to get out of here. All right, we're out of here, guys. Later. Average FPS, 78. Borderlands 4 is set to 1080p res, but it will not be at native. Max OV is set to 90. We have the graphics preset set to medium. The DLSS is set to performance, so not a native 1080p res. Frame generation off, of course, no funny business. Reflex low latency on boost, and the rest of the settings for the medium preset. We achieved an average FPS of 59, so one off from 60 FPS. But that is Borderlands 4 for you guys. It's not the most optimized title in the world. It's pretty demanding. Cyberpunk 2077 settings set to 1080p. Video reflex is set to on with boost enabled. For the graphics settings, we set it to a quick preset ray tracing low. We got an average FPS of 62. Valorant settings, native 1080p. Reflex low latency on plus boost. Graphics quality, mix of high, everything on the bottom is off. Competitive settings. An average FPS of 240. Rust at a native 1080p resolution with the max FOV of 90. Graphics settings preset is set to medium with reflex on plus boost. For the image effects, everything is turned off except the stuff on the bottom. We got an average FPS of 62. Marvel Rivals at native 1080p resolution with reflex low latency on. We're using competitive settings, same as the 5060 previous build, a mix of high and medium settings. Frame generation was of course off, so at a native 1080p resolution, we achieved an average FPS of 105.
Hit the 1D, hit the 1D.
Oh my lord. Yeah! No way, bro!
The greatest of all time. Yeah, undisputed.
Bro, I didn't fucking kill one, bro! I'm watching our flank. Flank! Are you? What the heck, dude? Good job, guys. Final average FPS, guys, 189. Settings for Black Ops 7. Native 1080p res, reflexes on plus boost. For our view, max 120. For the quality settings, Nvidia image scaling is set to native, of course. And here's the rest of the settings. Let's do it. Oh my god.
The best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious in men. There's no one.
Oh no! Average FPS 109. Native 1080p. Max FOV. Reflex on enable plus boost. Here's the rest of the settings. Competitive settings.
My leg!
No! Average FPS, guys, 166. Settings for PUBG, guys. Native 1080p res. Max FOV at 103 and the rest of the settings. Oof.
Love it.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
The average FPS, 138. Settings for Rainbow Six Siege, native 1080p, max FOV. We have reflex on plus boost. Here's the rest of the settings. No! He's a window, defuse! Window, defuse! No! You guys suck! Pull me out of this rank! We gotta clutch it. He's here, son. No way, bro! Come in. Oh! Average FPS for the final round, 166. How do you guys think this performed? Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.